Do you have loose tobacco for this thing?
Loose tobacco? What the fuck?
Sherlock Holmes?
You no, I got loose tobacco. I got loose weed. Come on, have a seat.
Which is your seat? Which is your seat?
This one here. You can sit down there.
Are you in the shot?
Yeah, we're in the shot. I believe so.
This is the shot you want?
Here, hang on. Wait. Let's get it. Like I said, we can edit all this shit out. And, what do you think? Up there?
There we go.
There we go. That's a lot better.
There we go.
All right, let's get
Oh
started.
yeah, for the phone. Look, clap for the phone. What, you first, and then me. Okay. And then I can send you the audio, and you can pair it up with the one on the phone if you.
Okay, that's fine. That's
So
fine.
that you have good audio.
All right. See what we can do. Get my stats out here. All right, let's get started.
Let's get started, man.
All right.
So are you gonna tell them that these are just for show?
Yeah, well, if you give me a second here, let me get into my groove. Okay, first I want to start off by telling everybody Happy New Year's, Happy 2025. I am here, I'm a gracious host. My name is Cesar W. Flores. This is from 210 to 440. I got a very, very talented young man here with me right now, up and coming stand-up comedian, killing it locally. He's going to do his things really big, really soon. This guy is a writer. He is funny as shit. Actually, when I try to jump into the stand-up game, this was the first cat to approach me and be like, hey guy, boom, 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 and kind of showed me the ropes a little bit. I really appreciate him. Been my friend ever since. I just want to just let everybody know, if you have a chance, come catch this guy. He's going to come tell you about a couple of shows he's doing coming up. Always on Thursdays, most of the time, Tandem, big up, Tandem, whoop, whoop, whoop. But my man right here, good dude. Name is Omar Weens. Omar motherfucking Weens. Give it up for him. Let's go. Big time. Omar, how you doing, sir?
Good to be here.
Thank you for coming, man. Shit, hey, just get off of work. Me and this guy, we're planning this for a little while. Tired of shit. It's cold outside. You know what I mean? Dick's all shriveled up into my nuts. Whatever, all that stuff. But this guy, he made it out here, man. And I appreciate it. This is gonna be the first of many podcasts. Okay, and I just want everyone to know that this is an open platform. All right, you're gonna have comics, breakdancers, artists, graffiti artists, any type of dancers. You know, you're gonna have people in the community that are trying to help out a little bit. You know what I mean? Trying to make this place a better, make this world a better place to live in, if you will allow me. And also, you know, some skaters, some bikers. I mean, just a plethora of different people. And I want everybody just to kind of like get involved, you know, take a listen. You're going to have your laughs, you're going to have your cries, you're going to have your joys, you're going to have your downs, man. It's going to be a good show. But first, I just want to get off by, starting off by saying, Omar, you are how old? And give me a little bit something about your background. Tell me where you come from, what side of town you grew up on, all of that mess.
Totally.
Talk to me.
I'm 27,
27.
and I was born in California.
Oh, shit. I didn't know that, buddy.
I just went to like kindergarten in California, and then I moved to Mexico. And like my parents are from Mexico, so
Okay.
it's like half of my life has been in Mexican schools, and like half of my life in the U.S.
And do you speak Spanish fluently?
English is my second language.
Man, that's what's up, dude. Shit, I bet you that does well in jobs being bilingual. Okay, so what part of Mexico is your family from?
Jalisco, dude. Where tequila's from?
Both of them, both
Where
your parents.
tequila's made?
Yeah, both your parents. Okay, that's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. That's right.
Shout out to Halos.
Hellos! Talk about it. My man. Still got family down there?
Yeah, most of my family's back there. I have some family like in Indianapolis and some family in California.
Oh yeah. Shit. Okay.
Mostly they're all back there.
You ever go visit? You ever visit them? You ever go check them out sometimes?
I'm going in February. I'm going for a wedding. So.
Okay. All right. That's okay. That's okay.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, my man Omar, I want to let you know that these mics are just for show.
Oh yeah, he's got like he's got a Rube Goldberg machine going on here. These mics hook up to this stuff, these things here, and then his plan was to connect it to this speaker here, and this speaker was going to be recorded by the phone.
Hey man, hey, I didn't say I was a professional. I'm just saying, I'm trying to get something started off.
Yeah, exactly. That's the spirit. We're just trying to get it started. Trying to get it off the ground.
I'm jumping out of a plane here without a parachute, okay? And, you know, this guy right here, he knows what he's doing. He's a little bit more savvier than I am, which I appreciate because he's showing me what it is, and I can't thank him anymore. And I thank him for being my first guest on here, because this is this is really where this is gonna happen, man. It's gonna start off. Yeah, that's actually I got that right there. Yeah, it's a peace pipe from I think I want to say New Mexico or Arizona. But my brother-in-law had given that to me. He was like, "Hey, dude, if you know how to clean the pipe, I'll give it to you. Blah blah blah, clean it out." But you know, that's more
pretty rare.
Ritual.
Yeah. I like it.
It's more ritual than it is, you know, just for everyday common smoking.
Right,
That's why
right.
I got my Sherlock Holmes, everybody, huh? Speaking of which, what's my ladder at? So, when you started stand-up, how long has it been since you started?
How long has it been? It's been like, I don't even think it's been 9 months. I think it's like 8 or 9 months.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So,
dude.
you're getting into the game.
Yeah.
Wow, shit. Okay, I thought you were
Like 9 months of consecutive comedy. Like I've been trying it for years. Like when I was 20, I went to the Comedy Store in La Jolla. I tried it once.
What?
I got some giggles, you know. I didn't want to do it for another long. It was like a year before I did it again. Second time I go to a Comedy Store, they tell me, that was Omar, everyone. We don't know what that was, but it definitely wasn't comedy.
I don't give a fuck who you are. Everyone who's ever done stand-up has always had that, like, all right, this guy, all right, let's just give it up for him, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've gotten that plenty of times, but you know.
That's what I like about comedy, though. The feedback's always honest. Like, if you're writing a book or something, you'll show the book to your family members, and they'll go, "Oh, that's great." They'll encourage you. That's fantastic, beautiful. Oh, fucking whatever. But comedy, you go up to the stage, and then you're like, okay, either I didn't deliver it right, or this I got to work on something. So that's hits, you know. So you go straight back to the lab.
I do agree with you, but sometimes there can be, like, you know, not too good of an audience. Like they're just like not even trying to participate, or they're there with scowls on their face, and you know that's
like I don't think a comedy audience. I don't think the audience should decide what jokes stay. But,
I don't think so either. I'm totally agree.
But they do play a role in teaching you that, you know, what's relatable, what's funny.
Definitely,
they do play a role in that. But in the end, we're the tastemakers. I think it's like. You're the one that's writing jokes and stuff. Like, why would you leave it up to the people that just went to go see a show to tell you what's funny and what's not funny? You know, like, if it's not their taste, it's not their taste.
Yeah,
but
it might not be their cup of tea. You know what I mean? And that's okay. That's fine.
It's kind of like fashion. You know what I mean? You're wearing something you think is cool, and you'll find people that are like, "Hey, that is cool," and then some people will go, "That looks gay." You know,
talk about my high school career. Oh my god, I got so many times where, like, I just like, oh, I'm gonna rock this shit, and they're like, "So you like dudes?"
Yeah.
No, I'm into chicks. I just grew up a lesbian.
Like, you try something kind of like out of your usual thing, and you experiment with how it feels to wear it, how people perceive it, and you get more taste. You know, and I think you got to do that with jokes too. Like, you got to go like, let me try saying a different kind of joke than I usually do, and see how it feels. And especially when we're new, we're like so new to the game that right now, you know, a lot of it is influenced by the comedians we've been seeing.
And that was another question I wanted to get into too. Like, who really influenced you? I mean, I know for certain because we talked about this several times. Yeah, he drops it, and I know like Mark Normey is a big one for you.
Yeah, Mark Norman's really cool because he's like punchy and he doesn't care too much about. What I appreciate about Mark Norman is that he's punchy, very like knowledgeable in his study of the craft. So that's commendable, and very kind of like disciplined and everything, and just like focus on the jokes. Like, he's not focused on politics or anything like that. Just like comedy, you know. So
yeah,
that's commendable. On he's like holding down that part of the comedy energy. And Sam Morril is cool because I think Sam Morril is kind of like a writer almost, kind of like Bukowski or something. Like it's like he's telling you relationship jokes, which are like usually a trope. But when he's talking, it's like it feels like a Bukowski book, and then I did this, and then like it just has like a rhythm that feels like a novel, like you're reading he's like reading to you from a Hunter S. Thompson kind of a story.
I could dig it, kind of a Gonzo type feel, right? Gonzo writing type feel.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, have you seen his new stand-up on Amazon?
I did.
I haven't watched it yet. I watched.
That's what I'm referring to. That one is the one I'm referring to. That sounds like.
And I heard that one, he fucking smashes it, dude. And I haven't heard it yet. But shout out to Sammy, dude. 'Cause that fucking dude kills it. Shout out to fucking.
He was just in San Antonio.
Yeah,
tickets were $80. I didn't go, but he was just in San Antonio.
Yeah, he went like the third, right? January 3rd or something like that, right? Just like this past weekend, right? Yeah, damn it, yeah.
Yeah, if I had more dough, I'd go, but I saved my money.
Hey, bro, it was the holidays, man, and I spent money I didn't even have.
Same.
And
I
I'm
thought it was a
still,
million,
I'm
yeah.
still fucking reeling from it, dude. That's why I'm drinking
real.
Natty Light instead of Michelob
I still
Ultra.
owe sleep hours too. I didn't get enough sleep.
He's like, dude, I'm still fucking,
Yeah.
still in debt for
I'm in
sleep,
debt,
dude.
They got collectors knocking on my door.
Man, I'm the same way, dude. I mean, well, you know, they're not banging down the door, but you know, it's like, hey, email reminder, you got this, you asshole.
Oh, my
Remember?
credit's going up though. It just went up from 666 to 667. So or
Fucking devil.
669.
Here this guy,
Yeah.
fucking devil over here, 666.
For real, dude.
Jesus, that's fucking wild. All right.
So Mark Norman, Sam Real, I know Joe List is like, I know like the Come Town crowd is like, aha, like making fun of Joe List, but Joe List is really interesting.
I like Joe List,
like
dude.
crowd work to like learn from if you're a new comic, because the crowd work is like, it's like he'll be on the ropes and then he'll get him again. He'll get him laughing again, and then he'll be on the ropes again, and then he'll get him laughing. It's like bad and good and bad and good.
You got an argument here. I like Joe List, man. I saw his last stand up on YouTube, I think it was. I think that's the last one that came out with, dude. And he fucking killed it, dude. I thought he did very well. I'm like, and not only that, like people are like, well, there's like people like talk about like comedians, like, you know, like, but they don't understand like how it is, like how hard it is to actually go up there, be in front of these people, and even if you've been doing it for a fucking long time, when you're trying out new material or seeing if something works, dude, you're still gonna get that type of.
Totally.
Well, at least I think. I mean, I haven't been in the game for fucking ever, and to tell you the truth, you know, I'm really not kind of doing it now anymore. But you know, the thing is, like, I know how it feels because I've been up there, I've tried it, I've done it, I've bombed, you know, and sometimes I've gotten laughs, and it's hard to fucking go up there and try some new shit, and you're like. People are expecting.
So exactly that, like I like his style because he'll like, when he does crowd work, he doesn't necessarily try any setup and punch, which his writing is good. It's kind of like very simple, like writing. His special was good in that regard. So I appreciate how like simple it is. But when he does crowd work, he does like he'll do like some like goof, like really corny, like basic line.
Yeah.
And then, but he'll just make that to get the audience to like engage with him, you know. So. It's like really, I've been learning from him when he, like, if, like, let's say he does like something off the dome that fails. The audience doesn't laugh. He'll go, that was off the dome! And then everybody laughs. And then they go, oh, that's interesting to practice. You know, you go on stage and then you try to do something off the dome, you take a risk. The audience doesn't fuck with it, and you go, that was off the dome, come on! You know, and they fucking laugh.
Oh, yeah, fucking church, come on, I'm trying up here. You know what I mean?
Make
that
feel
like,
guilty. That kind of like boosting himself, like saying, like, that was hilarious. Like, that's really useful to do to yourself on stage because nobody else is gonna. It's very rare, you know. You'll have Jeff at the Blind Tiger do Grand Slam. He'll say Grand Slam, but you won't have like an audience member kind of like cheering you on in the corner, you know. If it totally bombs, so you cheer yourself on stage, and it kind of helps in the background next time you're on stage. So that's why I fuck with Joe List.
You know, my bad. Excuse me for burping this shit. Whatever. You got heartburn. I'm fucking 42. What do you want from me, guys?
You're good.
Anyways.
This is the new Mark Norman. He's going to be burping and
farting. Hey, what am I doing over here? No, but the thing about, what I wanted to get into. Oh, I had something to say.
We were talking about the artists, like the comedians.
Yes, the comedians. But there was something that I kind of wanted to kind of like pile onto what you were saying too as well. I forget. I don't know.
There's some other ones I wanted to mention.
Keep going. Please, man.
Ron Lynch is probably the one I should mention. Ron Lynch is really cool. So
okay.
If you've like dived into like the
getting deep, okay.
If you've dived into like the corners of Louis C.K. interviews on YouTube, like if you've seen every Louis C.K. interview, like Opie and Anthony and all those, you'll eventually
Opie and Anthony's, dude,
like
that's
talking
old school.
about.
That's good money, dude.
Those are good. Those are funny. He'll say some really revealing shit in those that if you had listened to those, the whole allegations would have not surprised you. You'd be like, he said worse on Opie and Anthony. Like,
dude, I was really thinking, like, I mean, cut the fucking guy some slack, dude. Come on, dude. What are you doing?
It's a crime to be freaky now. It's a crime to be a freak.
He's a fucking artist, dude. Artists are fucking nuts, dude. Come on, man. You know, people do things. Fucking, you know, you got a lot on the plate. I don't know.
So when Louis got his start, when he was like, when he was like an open micer, basically, like, didn't even. This is my version of it. I don't know if I'm paraphrasing, but no, I'm definitely paraphrasing. But anyway, when Louis had just gotten his start, he wanted to do stand-up comedy, so he went to this one place with that was run by a guy named Ron Lynch, and if I'm not mistaken, it's like at a college. That I might be mistaken, but based on a Ron Lynch interview, he would run like a showcase at a college venue type of thing.
Okay.
And it was like alternative and like weird and like different types of comedy. So Louis wanted to be a part of that. And he's like, okay, you just gotta like send us a tape, kind of like Blind Tiger. You know, just gotta send us a tape. So Louis went with his friends, and they faked the tape. Like he told jokes, and they're like clinking glass and everything. And ha ha ha! They're like,
oh, shit.
And then
That's savvy.
he turned that into Ron Lynch, and then he's like, all right, be here on Wednesday and bring those like goofy friends you used to like fake the video with. Like,
he fucking knew.
He knew. So he owes his kind of, Louis will say, like, he owes his beginnings to that guy.
Yeah, kind of where his career kind of jumped. I mean, you know, it jump up. He had to do a bunch of fucking work to get where he's at now. I'm sure, and you know, I know he has. I mean, come on, we all seen his career. It's
yeah,
fucking,
and the styles couldn't be more different. Exactly, like Louis went like
a miraculous career,
like huge success, kind of like American Sweetheart, you know, like famous. And Ron Lynch stays in the kind of like hardworking, like under the radar, kind of like known but not known, kind of like. He's done Adventure Time. He's worked on voices on Adventure Time, on Bob's Burgers, but his comedy's like very alternative, like very. I can show you a video later, or maybe we can put it in the.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Once we learn how to do all this, like
Jamie, pull it up. You know?
Yeah, right. Hey, come on, let's go.
It's fucking sick. He has like a bit where he'll act like the microphone is. He's like, sometimes you do open mics and the microphone is like not working, so you only hear like parts of the joke. So he tells a whole joke, but he fakes it like. It's so like I just.
That's
the
fucking
right
good.
time,
That's good. That's good. That's good timing too, man. You gotta have good timing for that shit.
It's so
you know what I mean?
good, dude.
Think about that shit. Like, I mean,
so it's very.
How many fucking how many times like you have to practice that shit just to get it right? Like fucking the audience is like, this motherfucker got something.
Exactly.
You know? Like, that's awesome, dude.
It kind of like breaks the fourth wall of comedy. It breaks the fourth wall of comedy. It's very gimmicky and routine like, but very experimental. And he's like an inspiration for me in that regard, where it's like, try shit that you like to do, even if it's not like jokey joke. Because he says, I've seen like a million interviews of this guy, and he's like, well, whatever, there's a few on YouTube, and he'll say that he got tired of the jokey joke style.
Yeah.
So he just wanted to do like more gimmicky routines. He's done a few routines, he says, for over 10 years. Like, there's routines he likes doing. He's done them for 10 years. So that's one of the
decade of fucking jokes, dude. I mean, just going to work, man. That's. Just imagine. I mean, you know, dude. I know. I mean, dude, locally, you're doing your thing. You're really good. You get a good response from the audience. You know what I mean? Shit. Like, I mean, I dig your material. I think you're an awesome writer too. That's another thing. That's another thing that gets me too. I'm like, yo, not only is he fucking just a stand-up, but he's a writer, and he's a good writer. Like, you got good content. You got, you know what you're bringing. You know what you're going to do to the audience, and that's good. I appreciate your work, dude. Because I'm telling you, when I'm first starting here, I was like, oh, that's kind of fucking what you need. That's all right. This guy's good right here. Fuck, all right. I didn't know this kid was this good. It kind of took me by storm, but I always.
Yeah, I've been writing more than I've been doing stand-up. Like in Mexico, I found, before I moved back to Mexico, I was living in California. I was renting an apartment with some buddies, which we started living in a garage.
How old are you when this happened?
Like early 20s. Like
okay, early 20s.
And we started living I was living with my aunt, and then my buddies wanted to come over to the U.S., so we all moved into my aunt's garage. We paid her under $1,000 a month, and it's like 5 guys, 6 at one point, living in a 1-car garage.
Okay. I was like, smaller than this.
Smaller than this, because they put it had a shower and it had a kitchen.
Oh, okay, yeah, they made it like a efficiency.
Yeah,
right.
And we put the beds on the ground, and when we were done, like in the morning, we put them back up, and it was like a refugee house kind of a deal, you know. And eventually we rented a house, and eventually we got our own apartment. And then in that apartment, I found a gig on this Facebook group that was like, we'll pay you $5 per tweet that we buy for this one page called the God Pod. Like as if God had a Twitter kind of a deal.
Oh, okay, all right.
So I would write like 30, 40 one-liners, and the guy would buy me he'd buy like 1 or 2, and in Mexico every month I'd get like $50 from I pay my internet bill with it. I have extra money, so I was always like finding a way to like write while. Even if I couldn't do stand-up.
I don't know you did that. That's pretty fucking cool. That's all right, dude. Shit, you're a fucking hustler over there, dude. You're fucking slanging jokes. That's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah, it feels so good. It's like
you know what I mean?
jokes.
Yeah, you're slanging jokes. This motherfucker over here, he's doing his thing.
It feels almost illegal. You shouldn't be able to get money from.
You want this dope ass fucking joke, son? You want this dope joke?
And that's been like my fascination. Like since I left high school, it's been like you shouldn't be able to get money from jokes. Like it should be illegal. Like it should not exist. This kind of thing should not yet exist. And we live in the country where it can happen.
Dude, on some shit, like I've always been like, dude, if you can get paid to fucking make people laugh.
Yeah.
But it isn't just that. Like, I mean, I understand. Yeah, people need to work. They need to make their, they need to have livelihood, no doubt. But the thing was like, dude, like something that you like naturally kind of give. I mean, you got to work at it, no doubt, because no natural talent only takes you so far. It's you actually putting in the work and making it even better, becoming a better person, or becoming a better comedian, athlete, whatever you have. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that thing is about like. When you fucking find something that's so great, and like, and you get paid for it, like, it's like, what is it, like, you're not really working because you're getting paid for what you love doing. You know what I mean? And that's exactly what that is. Like, and I don't know, ever since I was young, dude, I don't know. My brother showed me so much shit, and I gotta give my brother David, be listening, love you, brother. He's the one that kind of like got into comedy since an early age. Dude, I'm talking fucking Benny Hill, Richard Pryor, fucking. Carlin, Rodney Dangerfield, Eddie Murphy, dude. I think I was when Eddie Murphy's like, I think Raw came out. I was probably like, I don't know, but that shit blew my mind because it was during the early '80s, and I was like really, really young, and my cousins, they'll pop that bitch on and saw everyone fucking laughing and all the joy in the room because we grew up poor and we didn't really have nothing. Yeah. So seeing that. Like, shit, dude, you can even make people without anything fucking feel great.
For real.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's awesome, dude. I was like,
that's what I like about comedy. That's who it should be aimed at.
Yeah. Like give that love out, dude. Like, if you got something to make people laugh and make people, and you know what I mean, make them feel good. I mean, even if it's just for a little while, dude, and they go like, God damn, like he really, I can feel him. I know what he's talking about. That's a really amazing thing to do. You know what I mean? If you're able to do it, and you got a gift like that. I mean, continue to give it to the people out there that need it.
Totally.
Kind of trying to say, you know what I mean? But,
yeah.
And those are some of my influences as well. Like just the people I said, and so many others, man. Like it doesn't stop, dude. Because constantly, there's always new comedians, new people coming out with like dope stuff, and like it's really. It's I guess like you say, it's up to the audience. You know what I mean? To find out what you like and what you don't like.
Yeah, especially nowadays, like they can just go and like say, like they can explore the internet and find exactly what they like. So that's what is cool about it nowadays, that you just like do exactly what you want and people will find exactly what they like by finding. You know what I mean? Like you'll find each other. You don't have to appeal to the whole nation and bullshit like that.
Yeah, there's like so much. You can get like when it goes viral, you get so much exposure, like so fast, so quick, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when shit blows up, you know what I'm saying? But I'm on like, that's great or whatever, you know what I mean? But like, you want the right people, like, you want everyone to hear, but you want kind of like the right people, like, to be like, okay, take Carlin for George Carlin. Look at all the shit that he says. Like he's still funny, but he brings so much like kind of political, but like a lot of awareness to like world. People. Yeah, you know what I mean.
He calls it the big world.
And wow, and like him doing that, like, and he knows like the people that enjoy his comedy. Like he's telling to the right people because those are the people that buy his tickets. So like
he even talks about that, like that he was talking to an older generation that wasn't listening to him, and then there's like a newer generation coming up, and then he's like, oh, I think it's this way. Like I should be talking to these people.
Yeah. Because they're still molding minds. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You
impressionable.
You still got time to develop.
These guys are set in their ways.
Yeah, they're like, I'm not gonna do anything. These sons of bitches. Yeah, they hate.
Too stiff.
They hate whatever change.
Don't you hate when an audience is like stiff?
Oh
like, Can you feel it? You know what I mean?
Fucking tired of the dolphin's butthole.
Totally, dude.
Yeah, dude.
I went to go print so I wanted to become a fireman.
Oh yeah.
There's this comedian that's a open micer that's a fireman, and Johnny. Cool, shout out to Johnny.
Shout out to Johnny. If we met, hello, we did it. We'll meet later.
And he's like, he gives me like a PDF document with like 300 pages that I have to study, But San Antonio's like one of the few places where you don't have to know math to be a fireman. So shout out to San Antonio. And,
oh my god.
So I go print the PDF, and the lady has like a stiff body language, like her muscular posture is like, and I go like, good morning. She's like, good morning, kind of like angry for. I'm like, it can't be at me. I just walked in the fucking door. You know what I mean? Like, And I'm like, you all right? And she's like, yeah, just work. But she loosens up a little, and then I say like, because you look a little stiff or something. No, I was like, you seem a little stiff. And I don't know if she did reply something, but I didn't hear it. But like in the like in a minute, like she completely like loosened up and like she was like nicer and everything. Like,
Yeah.
Just her energy, I felt it like her energy totally changed. And maybe it was kind of rude of me to say, maybe kind of like autistic to say like you look stiff, you know. But but she was being stiff,
Yeah,
and it
kinda
helped
fucked
her
her out
not
a
be
little
stiff.
Yeah.
Because I've noticed that like sometimes people don't want to be stiff, you know, and they might not even know that they're being stiff. So when you're starting comedy, it's like you feel like the audience is like not fucking. They're just not even. They're just not even in their. They're out to lunch. They're not even there in their own body. Sometimes you know what I mean. They're like, I'm sitting here. So when you point out how you know the energy of the room feels, that helps it a lot. You know.
Yeah.
Like, hey, the energy's kind of chaotic or something.
Call everybody out on their shit. I think I did that once at Tandem. I was like, fuck, it's lively in this bitch, or something like that. You know what I mean? Because everyone was just kind of like, not even having it whatsoever at all.
Or if they get quiet with a joke, I said once like, oh, I like how you guys like. It was like it's like the philosopher hour. All of a sudden, you know, like everybody's philosophizing, thinking really hard about my penis joke that I just made. You know? And they laughed at that. You know? So, but it's like they just want to release the tension, and you're the guy in charge of releasing the tension. If they didn't laugh at your joke, like fuck your joke, dude. You still have to make them release the tension. You know what I mean?
Dude, you know, just for like an open micer, dude, and I know, you know, again, big up Tandem. I mean, they give you you get 4 minutes, but dude, that 4 minutes seems like forever. You know, it's fucking laughing, man. It feels like a fucking decade, dude. You're like, and
Tandem was like one of my favorite first places that I hit, like, because I hit Lucky Duck first day, Southtown Joe's after, and then Elbow Room, fuck Elbow Room. Yeah, I love Elbow Room.
What's wrong with that? What happened there?
Just like, Elbow Room's a tough room. I love Elbow Room as its own thing, and the people there and everybody, but like, shout out to Cousin Berto. But fuck Elbow Room. There's pillars that block the audience from seeing you. The audio is crappy. Everybody just starts chatting out of nowhere. There's a bunch of gambling machines, like the Feng Shui. You know the Feng Shui?
No, I don't know.
The Feng Shui is all over the place. Feng Shui is like how you organize furniture and shit. So
the Feng Shui, yeah.
Feng Shui.
Feng Shui. I got you.
Funky Shui.
Yeah, Funky Shui.
The Funky Shui is not funky. No, it's too funky. No, the best that I've done at Elbow Room is when I say fuck the room. I'm gonna talk as if I'm speaking to the people in the outside with the speaker.
Yeah.
You know, there's like outside.
Elbow Room, get it together.
And they did like paint the room a little bit and like give it like a new touch when it was like new owners. And that day I did pretty good. And it's just a humbling room, so I appreciate it for existing because it's like a room. If you need to go get humbled, if you did a good show, and you're like I'm the best, you know, you go to Elbow Room. And I want to bring like professional comedians to Elbow Room, like fucking like disguise them or something.
Yeah.
And
see how the crowd reacts to them.
Yeah, like
that'd be crazy. Oh, shout out to you! I wanted to do something. I'm gonna start sending out invitations to people that will probably never come, but Dave Chappelle, if you're ever in town, dude, come see me.
Come through, man.
From 210 to 440, man. Hang out right here. Bust a little back and forth. But anyways, back to what we were saying.
I'll buy you some spirits.
But hey,
I don't know what you smoke. What does he smoke? Newports?
He smokes something.
Like
He's always Chappelle's always smoking. That guy's always smoking. Yeah. Also, Joe Rogan, if you're gonna come do this podcast, brother, come bring it. You're in San Antonio, do your special. Come do the podcast, brother. Okay, from 210 to 440. It's gonna get out there, buddies. Yeah, you heard me. All right. It's gonna be nice out here, guys. Hey, I got another root beer for you. It's a mug, though. I didn't know what kind you like, so I got you two different.
We drink mug.
Yeah. Mean mug.
Thank you, sir.
Mean mug. Yes, sir. No problem, brother. There you are. Shit. Hey, thank you for coming, man. I really do appreciate it, dude. This guy came through, showed me how to do these mics, and fucking guy over here climbing on my setup. Hey,
it's just incredibly funny how your plan was to use a speaker to like, but
Hey, I'm a blue collar guy. I don't know all this technology stuff over here. What do you want me to do?
Is this the Dodge Caravan? You got a Caravan? What is this?
I got a Jeep Cherokee.
Oh, Cherokee, right.
Yeah, I got a Cherokee.
Oh, I see Jeep. Yeah, because it's the same type of key as the.
Same Fabi.
Yeah, as the Caravan.
Caravan, loving it.
I drive those at work. The Caravans.
Dude, I don't know, but the van out there, dude, you could just put a hit squad in that bitch if we're ever gonna do some dirt. Just saying. But he won't. He's a comedian, not a hitman. This guy. He's
I
good.
kill at the comedy scene.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. And the vag. This guy's killing vag over here. Dude, fucking love it, dude. Fucking Omar, man. Okay, let's get back into it again. Your parents from Mexico.
Right.
You lived in LA.
San Diego.
San Diego.
I did live in Linwood for like a month or two.
Okay, and then when did you come into San Antonio?
Just like fucking 9 months ago, dude. Like not to know, maybe like almost a year now.
So you're
February,
fresh to San Antonio.
Yeah. So I've never been here before.
Oh,
I was gonna go to Laredo, but then like my intuition was
that's
like,
fucking
no.
Gary. I didn't know that. I thought this guy lived here like most of his life and shit, and then now this guy's. I think he might have told me this before, but I get inebriated sometimes. But hey, calm down.
No,
yeah.
not about the inebriated.
Oh, okay. Okay. What are you, my sponsor?
Yeah, not your sponsor.
I fucking love this kid. He's sharp, man. This guy's fucking sharp, man. But yeah, I didn't know you lived here only recent for 9 months. That's good, dude. I'm glad that, shit. Good to meet you.
Honestly, the comedy scene is what's been keeping me here. Like, I would have probably moved already because I'm such a nomad. Like, I've been moving for like the past years. I've just been moving here, moving there, like 6 months here, 4 months there.
And who did you know here in San Antonio?
I have some family friends from when I grew up in Colorado.
This guy's all over the place.
I'm telling you.
This guy's worldly, well, nationally, something. Well, actually,
Globetrotter.
Yeah. He was from Mexico, so yeah, I'll say worldly. He's an international playboy, ladies and gentlemen. This guy right here, fucking. You don't want to see the bottom of this guy's soles right here. He's been tracking all over the place, this man right here. Yeah, good shit, dude. Fuck yeah, that's cool though, man. Because that right there, because you're seeing different aspects of different people and everything like that, and then you're bringing that shit into your comedy, or like, or what are you doing? Because you know what I mean. Like you've seen so much. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Too much.
Hey, tell me about it. We start talking about what I see, and it's gonna get all depressing, and everyone start crying and shit. I get pretty.
My shit is just bizarre. Like not sad. It's just bizarre shit, dude.
God dang. Well, let's get into it. What do you got? What do you got for us? What bizarre? Okay, that was gonna be another question I wanted to ask you too. What was the strangest shit you've been involved with or ever seen?
Yeah.
All right. So wow. I want to hear a wild story. Okay, he got one. Let's go.
Okay, so it's kind of a doozy. It's kind of like a lot. I have a lot of tangents and details.
We got time.
So you ready? Just so you know. Okay. So I traveled to Hawaii with $300 in my pocket.
Fucking Hawaii.
I have no money, but I was living in Mexico. I wanted to go to Hawaii, but I had even less money. I had pesos.
Yes, sir.
So I was like, fuck. But I'm trying to leave my parents' house because they're getting on my nerves. Because like, if I stay at my parents' house for over 3 months now that I moved out, they start stressing out because like I don't listen to them. Like I'm a good son, but like I'm not like I don't go to church if I don't want to. They go like, so. But I won't come home drunk or anything crazy like that,
Right.
But they start kind of like pushing me to go. Like it's probably like it has to be, they have to do that. So I appreciate them. Like, get the fuck out of here, leave again, leave. Like,
yeah.
And I'm like, damn, I gotta get out of here. So I go on this website called coolworks.com, and I find employee housing in this beautiful wooden lodge in Colorado. So I fucking go there first instead of Hawaii because I have no money. Because I said like if you could. Because I knew you can't run from your problems. You're like, if I had the same problems here as anywhere else, like where would you rather be? I was like, fucking Hawaii.
Yeah.
So, but Hawaii's expensive. We can't. So nobody would fucking hire me over the phone. So, because somebody told me over the phone, like everybody flakes when they hire them over the phone. Mm-hmm. They'll flake. They won't go. So I was like, somebody hired me over the phone to go to Colorado. Guy picks me up at the airport, and then he takes us to this beautiful wooden lodge in the mountains in the Rockies. And dude, everybody there is like my age. Everybody's like 18 to 30 years old,
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's like in the similar age range. Girls, we're all playing cards, We're going to karaoke night together. It's like a big bonding of a cool family of a
Sounds
group.
like a good time.
And it's a great time. And I'm doing everything's good because I'm driving this snowplow truck, fucking 3 a.m. in the morning.
Snowplows.
And I'm snow plowing until one day it was fun, dude. It was like a video game. I had jungle drum music, like
yeah.
And it's like this little town. Oh, do you know the Killdozer?
No, I don't know.
The Killdozer guy in Frasier, the guy that like set up his made like a tank, like a homemade tank, because they didn't let him do some shit in his property, and he tried killing the people of the town, and then they shot his ass.
No.
So yeah, I think that's what it's called, Killdozer.
I'll look it up. Yeah, hey, can we get someone on that? Can you Google that?
So I lived in that town basically, and anyway, I end up fucking up the transmission of the fucking vehicle because I'm stuck on the ice. Because I would practice snowplowing when there was nothing else to do. I'd just go practice snowplow because that's what they told us to do. And I fuck up the transmission, and then I feel bad, and I leave. I leave to all the kids at that employee housing actually work for the resort. They don't work for that guy.
Okay.
And they tell us they tell me come over, work over here. So I do housekeeping, and I'm just fucking ripping the Benjamin all the time and doing housekeeping. Yeah. And I get to snowboard and ski for free.
Oh, that's cool.
But everything kind of gets boring when everybody leaves, and I'm like, well, what's next? Like I like the adrenaline of snowboarding and skiing, and this adventure was fun. And then I remember because there's a new housekeeper. And he's like telling me shit about Hawaii, and then that kind of reignites Hawaii. This new housekeeper, he's like a weed salesman.
Okay. Very classy. I like the way he said weed salesman.
Salesman. Yes. He's like, you want to see a big bag of weed? And I'm like, yeah. So we go to his apartment, which I had just been moved out of because I fought with a roommate there.
Oh, okay. So you went back to the place you got kicked out of?
Yeah.
Holy shit!
No, I didn't get kicked out of it. They kicked out the guy that I was fighting with, and they moved me to another one.
Oh, okay.
And but shout out to Cancino and his brother. Those were really cool roommates after those. When the new place they moved me to. But anyway, I go back to the old apartment, big bag of weed, and he's telling me about Hawaii. He's like, yeah, I travel when I'm sad, and he's like. And I asked him about Hawaii. He's like, yeah. He's like, you can go to the island, go to Big Island. The island is, you can split it in half. One side it rains all the time. The other side it never rains. And you can just camp on the side that it never rains. I had a machete with me, and I'd ward off the crackheads, and the cops wouldn't mess with me because I didn't do drugs, and I would work. And then I'm like, no way. He's like, yeah, people do this. I was like, get the fuck out of here.
Fucking shit. All right.
And then I'm like, are you serious? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, all right. And I can't stop thinking about it. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna go cold.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go cold I'm gonna pussy out if I don't buy the ticket today. So I went and got a tattoo. And
woo! Really doing it up. Got a fucking tattoo first, right?
Yeah.
You gotta make sure I can go with it.
I was learning
like a badass.
I was learning to do the black diamonds, so I was doing I got like the black diamond.
Oh, shit! I thought you got like a whole fucking thing, but that's
I just needed like a symbol, do something crazy, do something crazy beforehand.
Yeah.
And I fucking buy the ticket and take the ride. You know what I mean? Like Hunter S. Thompson type shit. And I have way too much. I give a bunch of shit away to the Goodwill. I still have way too much luggage. I'm carrying boxing gloves. Like what am I gonna use boxing gloves for? A big ass backpack with a fucking raccoon's tail hanging out of it, and a duffel bag. And I get on the fucking plane. And on the plane, there's like a kid named Christian. Shout out to the Ogie family. And a lot of shout outs today.
Hey, whatever. This is an open platform. Like I said, you shout out to whoever you want to. Whoever inspires you in life and whoever makes you the person you are today or whatever you're doing, the realness, not only just, people who's listening or watching, whatever, shout out to them because you know what, you want to be who you are today, and always try to make every day a good day, man. Some real shit. Go continue.
Yeah. So on the plane, it's like a 12-hour flight, and I meet this kid, and he's like my age, and he's like, his name is Christian Ogie, and he's like, I tell him my plan. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna sleep on the beach. I'm gonna buy a tent as soon as I get on the island.
It sounds real solid.
And he's like, you don't have to do that, dude. He's like, my mom would probably let you stay at my house. I was like, really? He's like,
what?
He's like, because we had already chatted for a while, and then that came up, and I was like, really? And he's like, even if she does it, I have another friend who his name is Colton, and he's like, he might let you. Say his dad owns a ranch and he might need a worker. But if not, there's like plenty of stuff where I'll let you sleep in my car. He's like, we'll figure it out. You don't have to sleep on the beach. Yeah. And I was like, really? He's like, yeah. So we get there, we get picked up by his buddy, and then the mom. I hit it off with the mom because like the mom was into like spiritual subjects that I just happen to be like a nerd about, like Saint Germain and like crystals and all kinds of shit. Like I just happen to know about that kind of stuff.
Yeah, my girl's into crystals.
Nice.
So she likes all that stuff too. But yeah.
So it's pretty interesting stuff. I was more into it then. Now I kind of just try to ground stuff into like biology and reality, but like I don't reduce. I don't go like that's bullshit. But just for my sanity's sake, I don't think about that stuff too much. But I know about it, and the mom was cool. She's very very open-minded and has a lot of information about the islands, because they're native.
Yeah, okay, they're native.
She's very strong aloha and hospitality. She's telling me everything I need to know about the island and everything, and I'm like, hell yeah. And honestly, I feel like I could have stayed longer there, but I just grew up with this saying that el muerto y el arrimado a los 3 días apestan. The dead person and the guest stink after 3 days.
Okay, yeah.
Maybe the guest couldn't find the shower, how to use the shower. But I just didn't want to stay too long there. I didn't want to overstay my welcome. And I'm looking for a job. Day 2, I have we'll get into the bizarre shit in a second.
Okay, no.
But I'm just going.
I'm loving it.
I'm going through the whole adventure because it's
fucking tell it.
So I find I'm going to this thing called I think it's called the HPM, which is the Home Depot in Hawaii. And, and I asked the manager yo, can I ask for a job around here? Ask people if they got a gig for me. And she's like, here you go. She was cool enough to let me. And I'm asking people there, the guy at the paint section, hey man, I just moved to the island, if you need a worker, can I give you my phone number? And he's like, of course. So I got a few phone numbers there. Nothing immediate. I just wanted somebody to go get in the truck, I've gotten jobs like that before, in California. The next day after I land, I leave the house to go find a job, and there's a guy putting construction tools in his truck, and I'm like, you need a guy? He's like, yeah, get in. I go in and I get money that day. So.
You got quite the luck, buddy.
Yeah, people tell me I present myself pretty well. A lot of employers tell me so. It's all in how you speak and everything. But so I do my little HPM run, and then I pass a gas. I get some people mad at me because I'm in their property, because I try to get in their property to go ask them at their warehouse. And this guy gets mad at me. There's some people in the island that are really bitter about the haole and the hippies there. They're just bitter, the
ones that are not native from there, right? The ones that kind of show up and
he thought I was some kind of huckster, kind of But the wife was cool. She came after me after that whole thing with her truck and gave me a ride. She's like, I'm sorry about my husband. He's got his own ideas, but she was the complete opposite. And she's like, this is not how we gotta treat the young people and this and that. But so
that's nice. And
I told that to the lady that was hosting me, and she was like, yeah, there's people on the island that are like that, but not that he doesn't speak for everybody on that.
It's
he's not an embodiment of what a true Hawaiian is or something. He's a bitter, jaded dude. But anyway, I do get a construction gig right away at a gas station when I'm leaving, and the guy's like, all right, show up tomorrow at 7 a.m. around here. And I do. So I got a job, and while I'm at that job, I'm getting texts from all the people at HPM. They're telling me, hey, I got a gig for you. Hey, so I got jobs I got plenty of work if I need work. There was this one Hawaiian that told me, he's like, you're going to have strong wrists because everybody going to want to pull you in. And but eventually I go to a farmer's market, and eventually this one dude from a farmer's market, he offers me housing next to the volcano.
Nice. Offers
me a vehicle that I can use, and 30% of everything I sell. The whole vehicle thing was bullshit. He never let me use the vehicle. He's too greedy with it. He's like, no, it doesn't work. The windshield wipers don't work.
It's gonna rain. I don't want to jeopardize your safety, Holmes.
Yeah.
Oh shit, yeah.
But I got to visit the volcano all the time, and I earned I was making $300 a day. New to the island.
By any standards, even. Well, Hawaii, like you said, it's a higher cost of living, right?
Yeah. Well, I wasn't paying rent, dude.
Oh, dude.
I wasn't paying rent. But he didn't like that I was a fan of the herb. He didn't like that I was a fan of the herb at the time, and he was kind of neuropathic, kind of neurotic, and in the end we went our separate ways. But I had a vehicle already. That was my urge, because I met this one day. I'm hanging out. I meet this. I'm like, I want friends with boats. I should have a friend with a boat. Let's go make a friend that has a boat. So I'm hanging around where the boats are, and there's this Russian lady, skinny Russian lady named Victoria, but I don't know her name yet, and she's hanging out with a dog, and she's like, hello, how are you? How can I help you? And I'm like, I'm like, hey, I'm like trying to meet people that own boats, and she's like, oh, my friend, he has a boat. Come, look, come.
Oh,
So
shit.
I get in this boat with her, this little boat, and she's telling me all about her friend Ralph, and he's kind of like a kooky character, and we're hanging out there and smoking pacalolo. Pacalolo is the word for weed.
Okay.
And he's crazy smoke.
This guy's fucking educated me over here. Look at this guy. He's younger than I am. This guy's been traveling goddamn half around the country. Go ahead, continue, man. I'm loving this.
Yeah. So that becomes like one of my best friends because she's so smart. She grew up in Chernobyl. She had to leave Chernobyl when that shit happened.
Shit.
She had a medical dispatch. Medical dispatch in DC that she left to come back to live in her van in Hawaii. Because she's like, fuck the whole, she's done with the whole lifestyle. She's like, this is what it's about, helping people. I asked her, like, do you have a job? And she's like, no, jobs take away from my time to volunteer. You know, she's 55 now.
Oh, okay.
And like,
kind of just like immerse herself into the volunteer and helping out the people. And
she does like Japanese tree garden, helping, like, using, like, bending the tree as it grows.
Yeah. I've seen those, like the way they make those bamboo fucking chairs that are all fucking like or whatever. Yeah, that looks dope. Yeah.
And she knows a shitload about, like, I trust her discernment medically more than almost any doctor I've ever met because she was telling me about how she went to like conferences about like the heart and stuff and how clueless the American doctors were when it came to like the heart, that they were like that they didn't understand like that running might be bad for, you know, the
like overworking the heart or something like that.
Overworking the knees, for example, you know, like she's like the knees are like a hinge, and you're like banging the hinge against the ground, you know, and the heart being like because she says that the American medical thing would have, at least back in her day, they'd have like an obsession with like that getting the heart rate up was a good thing.
Yeah.
Instead of like letting the heart relax and like stretch it and like, you know. But the mentality was like, yes, the more you raise your heart rate and jump rope and then that's a good thing. So there might be validity to both statements, but I fucked with how she saw the world because she was very very fit, like in the elastic and for 55 years old, you know.
Oh yeah, man. If you're 55 and you're doing shit like that, you know you're taking care of your body, man. That's what I kind of like. Yeah. I'm banged up, but like, I mean, you know, when I get to a certain age,
how old are you?
I want to still. I'm 42.
Nice.
Pope Deuce.
Nice.
Yeah, but not like, you know, but I've been banged up a lot in life. You know what I mean? Like, you know, with the skateboarding, breakdancing, bike riding, and just kind of like, to tell you the truth, like, I think before parkour was a thing, me and my cousins, like, you know, we're flipping off roofs and shit, and fucking, you know what I mean? I was running up walls and doing backflips and shit, you know what I mean? I didn't really know what it was called.
You didn't know what it was called.
Yeah, you know, we're just doing it. Like, I was like, I'll see like a set of steps that were like huge. I was like, I bet you I could clear these. I'll just run and jump and fucking, you know what I mean?
You never made videos?
No, I was. This is like when I was young, before like videos were like readily available. This is like you know, I would say when I was it's like 92, maybe when I was like 10 or something like that. Yeah. And then I was like I said, I was doing biking, always going off of jumps and shit, taking hard hits.
A lot of
fucking,
hits.
Dude, just they keep coming like
Yeah,
and
still hurts too.
Yeah, well, you know, whatever. But let's not get into that right now. Okay, and then
so I'll continue. So basically, I left the because she would tell me like that guy's kind of like crazy, like the guy I'm working with, you know, the guy that I'd make 30% with. And I was kind of intrigued to like live in my van, how she was living in her van. I was really intrigued by that. I was like, I guess that is the most freedom to explore the island, because she was telling me like, we can go to this place, and we can go to this place. It's going to be great. You're going to meet so many, you know. Like she would always like sell it really well. So I was like, and you know, she was just like a free spirit. Like she is a free spirit. I still have contact with her, and
that's nice.
And she's like, so I do eventually. I leave, and then now I'm living over there, and she's my neighbor, and that's like that. I mean, my neighbor in my van, her van.
Yeah.
But this little park in Hilo is like when your abusive boyfriend fucking. You know, you want to get away from him. You go sleep in your truck and smoke pacalolo. You know, and you have like people kind of like escaping their home situation, their domestic abuse situation. You know, or whatever it is that's going on there. But you have people like Vika, which she's like a pillar of the community, in my opinion. Like she's helping the community all the time. A lot of people know her.
Yeah, that's right.
And you know, she's a character herself sometimes. You know, but very eccentric and. Another neighbor shows up. This guy, his name is Gus. He's a Canadian immigrant. He moved from Canada to Maui, another island, when he was young. and he started a landscaping business that's like a big one now. So he has a lot of money. He's got like a Mercedes Transit van, one of those really expensive big ones, decked out with a bed, everything, shower thing, everything.
Like that?
Yeah, like that. And
that's pretty nice.
And the reason he's there is because he met with his ex-wife in an airport recently, and they hit it off again. So they were like fucking all the time. You know what I mean? Like, it's like a movie. Like they found themselves at the airport. Like, oh shit. So they went in that direction, but then they fell out again. And now he found out she was living in this property with this like white dude in like the jungle of Hawaii. Yeah. And she's living there. She gets free weed, and the dude is probably not touching her at all. You know, he's like a dork. And they're living in some crazy fucking. I think it was called like Mountain View or something. The name of the name of the neighborhood. And he's like, you want to go? You want to make some money tomorrow? It's like the night before. And I'm like, sure, what you got? He's like, landscaping. I'm like, fuck it, let's do it. Yeah. And he's like, what do you want to get paid? I was like, 20 bucks an hour. He's like, weed? Is weed okay? I'm like, yeah, weed's fine. People try to pay you in weed, you're like, fuck, I'm fucking, whatever. Like, it's hard to say no when you're homeless, to get paid in weed. And I was like, fuck it, like...
Probably gonna sell it?
Yeah. I was like, all right, fuck it. And he's like, but before we go, this is where it gets bizarre. Yeah. He's like, but before we go, I gotta tell you something about the guy's property, the guy who we're going to do the landscaping. I was like, sure, what is it? Well, one thing is he has cancer. And every night he calls me, and that's my wife is living the property there, and I'm not even going to charge him, because I feel pity for him. But every night he calls me, he's like, yeah, dude, I don't think I'm going to make it tonight. I think tonight's my last night.
Oh, dude.
Dude, I don't, so, but he's an asshole, he's like, fuck this guy.
Knock on heaven's door, buddy.
Yeah, he's an asshole, fuck him, but I feel pity for him, and I'm going to help him. Yeah. So we're going to go do some landscaping. You down? Maybe just 2 or 3 hours. I was like, all right. And he's like, and I was like, what's the other thing? The other thing is he doesn't wear pants. Oh. He just doesn't wear pants, no underwear, nothing.
Oh, he's just dick out?
Yeah.
Fucking dick out?
Yeah. No, like, you're fucking joking. He's like, no, I'm dead serious. Like, because he feels, and I was like, why? He's like, it's his property, and he feels that if he wants to take a shit, he should be able to take a shit anywhere he wants. So he's like, anywhere on the property, he's just like a fucking duck or something.
Dude, fucking, check it out. This guy got it figured out, okay? If I had a big property like this, like walk around without any pants, dick out and just fucking doo-doo where I wanted to, wipe my ass with like a fucking, I don't know, whatever leaves he has or something, or just even go to the water hose, just fucking bidet it out. Just fucking clean it out. That's all right. Hey, you know what, dude?
And I was like, so you're serious? He's like, yeah, you ready? You sure you want to go? I was like, so we go? Yeah. And it's crazy property. There's abandoned vehicles all over the place. There's a crackhead shaking her titties at us.
Okay.
And we fucking get there. The guy's got a flat Earth poster in the fucking ranch, and the lady was cool. She was pretty. The ex-wife. Mm-hmm. She went like full Hare Krishna mode, like full. Like Hare Krishna.
Yeah. Like with the robes.
White Hinduism.
Right, and then like the finger chimes or.
Which, I mean, Hinduism is cool, but these people go like nuts in that direction. And she has like the avatar with like chalk, the avatar arrow, painted with like chalk and like. But she's pretty. She pulls it off. But she's kind of gone nuts in that direction. Yeah. Like lost her grounding almost.
She's in it.
Yeah. She's been like cultified. Like,
there you go.
And so lo and behold, I meet the guy. And it's this dude with like curly red hair, skinny white guy, and he's wearing like a Peruvian hemp sweater that has like a Peruvian hemp design on the back, like paca or whatever, I don't know.
Yeah.
And then he like drops something, and he like fucking moons me when he, and he's like testing me. I'm like, this motherfucker's testing me. So I just keep like a stoic face. I keep like a poker face, and I'm like, whatever, and I just keep like I feel like I'm a GTA character that's like unfazed by anything. I'm just like. And he's like, oh, I think we're gonna get along just fine, because I didn't point out his little atrophied buttocks.
Yeah, dude, that's fucking crazy.
White atrophied buttocks, and
he just gave you the back of nuts was showing and everything.
I barely saw his dick.
Okay, because I mean, you've been.
I would like look at him like I would like take that. I would be like this, like.
Because I mean, sometimes when you bend over like
the cowboy movies, they only show like the.
Oh, okay, just up top. You got wide frame over here.
Yeah, yeah.
Fucking just, fuck
Like
you,
a
dude.
portrait. Yeah, I tried to just focus on the face.
Like, no, I think I got to sneeze, dude. I got to sneeze. I'm gonna just
yeah, like this.
Yeah, right. I can't fucking see. I'm right here, brother.
And these people are crazy, dude. Like a lot of these white people, they'll keep using and using ayahuasca.
Yeah.
To, like,
Oh,
it's like he told me he did 16 ayahuasca trips. Like like people in the Terrence McKenna talks, he'll say like people do DMT, and they're like, oh, DMT's like the best drug experience I've ever had. And you'll ask him like, when was this? This was 40 years ago, but I feel like it was yesterday. You know, like it's potent stuff that you're not supposed to be using all the time.
Yeah.
And these people do it like.
I don't know. I mean, I was watching something. Well, me and my girl watched this documentary about like this airplane that had went down or something like that, and there were like these 3 kids that survived, dude. Like for like I don't know, like 50 days or something like that. I forget it. I mean, you know, I mean, these ain't all facts. So the fact the movie.
The Argentine plane where they eat each other or what?
No, it isn't that. I know what you're talking about. That's that movie Alive.
Yeah.
No, it's
a real thing though. It happened.
Yeah, no, it really happened. Yeah, it's based on a true story.
Yeah.
But no, there's it's a documentary about like these kids that they were in a plane with their mother and they're going from somewhere to somewhere. I don't know, but I think it was like South America, and they went down and they survived for like I think 40, 50 days or something like that, dude. Like in the jungle, man. But like the guys that were looking for them, they got like some tribal dudes and like some actual military, police or whatever. But the tribal dudes, they fucking took what's it? Ayahuasca. Okay, ayahuasca. They took ayahuasca, and like within like maybe half a day, they ended up finding the kids and shit, dude. Because they use it like more like ceremonial, you know what I mean?
Like telepathically, like finding the kids.
Like yeah, because I'm waiting. Like I knew like he was telling me to go like same way.
That's interesting.
Like it was crazy, dude.
I'm listening to this thing called the telepathy tapes right now. It's a podcast, and there's like these autistic kids that can like read their mother's minds. And the mother will she'll buy like one of them was like obsessed with crystals, like really into crystals, and she bought them crystals for Christmas or something. Yeah. She hides them in somewhere because they're for Christmas, and the autistic kid goes and finds them, and he says that he can feel the energy.
Oh, he knows that. Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, because I always think that too. Cause like you'll find cases of like autistic kids like being very great artists, or savants. Being very much savant. Like I mean, it's. And it's crazy, like, you know, they experience a different type of energy. They're on a different type of brainwave, you know what I mean?
And what they're saying in the podcast is like everybody has telepathy. This is the understanding, but we, like non-autistic people or neurotypical, whatever they're calling them, we have we've evolved to not have it active all the time. So we can feel when somebody's going to call us, but we don't need to be listening to the thoughts of people at Walmart. So we have a fucking boundary that makes you dissociate from all the fucking noise of everybody. Otherwise, we'd be like them, like all like atrophied and like listening to people's. I know you're what you're thinking.
So much information coming at you, right? I'm sure. We kind of numbed our senses.
Cool. It's a cool podcast. You should definitely check it out.
I'll check it out.
Telepathy.
Big up.
Tapes. Yeah.
Big up. Telepathy tapes. Yeah.
But yeah, dude. And the next time I went to that fucking place.
Okay. Not bad.
Next time I went to that fucking place. The dude had like an orange sweater over his crotch and butt. So it was. I feel like because I puked when I got home that day. The first day, I was like, "Whoa!" I was like, "What the fuck did I just do?" You know, like how did I attract this into my experience? Like I had to consume this with my little internal movie camera.
Did you throw up because of the situation? Because like you're nervous, you just throw up because like.
Yeah, I feel like I threw myself into something that required that like some kind of nerve or something.
Yeah.
And I wasn't feeling it fully until I left that situation, so then I could release, like, whoa.
Yeah, like you said, you kept your poker face on, like you just kept it together until and as soon as it's done, you just fucking have to kind of purge yourself a little bit.
Yeah, and then I went again. And then I was like, all right, let's fucking go again. And he wore like a little thing. Yeah. And I was like, oh, maybe he understood that I was put off by that shit.
Yeah, well, I mean, I would think anybody would, but, you know, like you said, like he was probably just testing you, and you know, he was like, hey.
Yeah, that's exactly how it felt, like he was testing me.
Nah, that's weird, dude. I had some weird fucking situations, dude. Like, there was this one time I was a kid, dude, and like, well, okay, I'm gonna get into it, guys. It's kind of fucked up, but I used to live in these apartments on the north side somewhere, I forget, and then there was another apartment across the street, and then I think me and another friend of mine, I don't even know his name, I don't know, we're across the way. we're playing at the tennis courts, right? Whatever bullshit, being kids. And this fucking dude comes, young dude, probably about like 24, 25. Boom's like, yeah, blah, 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 blah. Like, yeah. We go to this guy's apartment. Me and this kid, dude, we're like probably fucking 7 or 8 or something.
Oh shit.
Yeah. He sends us to go get ice cream. Because he gave us like 10 to go get ice cream and come back. This fucking weirdo is on the couch watching porn, talking to 1-800 numbers, masturbating, dude.
Oh no.
Yeah. Fucking wild. Like, what the fuck is
You
this?
shouldn't be seeing that.
I was like, what the fuck? I was like, yo, dude. I told my friend, like, yo, dude, I'm getting out of here, man. He was like, well, we don't get my ice cream. Like, fuck that ice cream. Let's go, dog. Let's go. Let's get the fuck out of here. This fucking dude, they ran him out of the apartments or some shit like that because like he was just a fucking pervert, a fucking creep, dude. Like, yeah, no fucking.
No awareness of
dude, like,
mindfulness of the
like,
situation.
that's like some of the weirdest shit. Actually,
But he told you about the like. How did you find out there was ice cream there?
No. We didn't go because like he was like, oh, like I know. He said something. I know. He said like, yeah, come to my house because like he was gonna show us some shit. And I think he had like a collection of toys or something like that. And he was like, hey, go get some ice cream, guys. And then when I come back, just go and come in because the door will be open or some shit like that.
He was trying to pull some shit, dude.
Yeah, and then he was just like fucking like talking like, and I just he just had a cover on. I was like, this nigga was masturbating. I was like, what the fuck are you doing, dude?
Oh, he had a cover. I man.
Yeah. He had a cover on like that. And he was like, nah, it's cool. Don't worry about it. Like, you know what I mean? I was like, nah. I was like, hey man, we gotta leave, dude. I was like, let's get the fuck out of here. Yeah, and that was fucking crazy. Not the only time. Okay, there's some more weird shit.
Damn.
But like 2 Halloweens, I don't know how in the fuck this happened.
Yeah.
But there was a guy that used to go around my neighborhood where I lived on the southeast side. What's up, Highland Boulevard? You know what time it is? Southeast side, but I was coming down in Broncos or whatever the fuck, and there was this guy. I don't know. I think he was driving a Monte Carlo or a Cutlass or something, dude. I would be walking like, and it was already like I was probably like maybe like in ninth grade the first time and like 10th grade the second time, because it's weird. I guess this guy would just go around looking for people just by themselves.
Yeah.
He was fucking honk, turn on his light, dude. Just fucking.
What the fuck?
He'll be fucking jacking off, dude.
Damn.
Ah!
Whoa.
And I'm like, oh, bitch, what the fuck?
Deviant,
Oh, dude. That happened one year, dude, when I was walking. Okay, because he caught me like walking. I was going from like, I don't know, my friend's house to my aunt's house, something like, you know, and the streets are kind of like dark right there, like in the middle, like on what's it? Shit. Palmetto Street, something like that. I don't know. Whatever. Anyways.
Yeah.
But you know, I'm going. I cut up. I think I don't know. I'm fucking on Bailey or Avon, one of those fucking streets, and the dude just pulls up. Bah, 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 fucking prick. Fuck you. Blah blah blah. He takes off. Like a year later, dude, I'm riding my skateboard down New Braunfels, dude, and like I'm in like in the far lane, so cars can like go whatever. You know what I mean? Like she said, streets are kind of like dead. It's like about 10 o'clock. This motherfucker pulls up beside me. Honk, honk, honk. I'm like, yo, I'm over here. He was like, ah. He's just fucking. I was like, yo, I jump on my skateboard, I pop it up, and I throw it. Boom, and it hits the back of his car. I don't break anything. I wish I did.
Yeah.
Boom, I was like, yo, what the fuck? And he takes off and he goes up into one of the neighborhoods. I don't know. And then I go up. I go to where my streets are in Broncos in Hammond. I see a cop there, and he's talking to some lady's talking to him at his, I don't know what she, you know, she might have been a hooker, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know the fucking cop's name, so it doesn't matter. But, you know, she's talking to the cop, and the cop's all macking at her, you know what I mean? You can tell, like, it's like, and I was like, yo, officer, was like, yo, what are you doing, man? What are you doing next to my car? I was like, yo, there's a guy riding around here, fucking masturbating in front of kids and shit. My boy just was jerking up in front of me, dude. The cop's like, oh. Okay, we'll look into it. Motherfucker stayed there, dude. I just fucking skated home. I'm like, I hope this motherfucker doesn't pull up on me again, dude. This would be the weirdest shit. Like, he did it twice in the year. Like, I don't know what the fuck. Like, people just want to masturbate. I don't know what the. I'm telling you, I was raised by lesbians. I give off that kind
You
of.
were raised by lesbians?
Well, you know, my mom was a lesbian for. I mean, she had us, she had her kids, but for all her life, she was practically lesbian. So I always grew up kind of just around a bunch and I got 2 uncles and like 4 aunts, but all my aunts were always together and we always kind of lived together. I was always around females, and even now I got 4 daughters. Yeah. And then my woman's that's like 5 females. Like I'm just always around females, and I guess their fucking estrogen is just rubbing out for me, and they're like, hey, from me being a kid to now.
Yeah, it could be.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
and then I got the long hair. They're like,
oh, you had long hair then?
Yeah, I've always had long hair, kind of.
see.
Tell you the truth.
So he thought you were a girl from behind.
Nah, he knew.
He's like, that's a young,
No, well, you see, that's what I'm saying. Because, like,
young girl.
I think during that time when I was young, just before, because I had my hair long in middle school and I cut it in high school, I faded it up, and I started letting it grow again in high school. But I think it was at the time when I was faded up when he did that. This fucking
That's
second
fucking
time.
nice, dude.
It's fucking crazy, dude. I don't know. But hey, like I said, open platform, dude. Alright? People fucking, I don't know, guys like to jerk out front. I don't know what the fuck the problem is here. It's not like I asked for it or anything. I wanted ice cream and to go trick or treating. Every time I want candy or something, that's why I don't need candy anymore. I'm a sour guy over here. Give me a fucking lemon and some salt and I'll be alright. God damn it. What are you gonna do, man? But yeah, that's kind of one of the, those are like some of the weirdest
Some
experiences
bizarre
I had.
stuff.
Yeah, bizarre, kind of little fucked up shit like
The
that.
bizarro section of the show.
You know, hey, you know what? Hey, I'm gonna get into it. You know, the Natty Light's helping, dude. Hey, the holidays hit me hard, dude. I gotta. What do you want? Okay, I'm doing Natty Light. You know, I would have done Michelob, but spend all my funds on these guys' root beer over here. Goddamn mugging it.
You know why root beer is called root beer?
It's made from the root or something.
It's made from a root that smells just like root beer. Like if you smell the root,
Is it called root bar?
I don't know. I don't know what it's called. It might be.
Because I think I don't know. I could be wrong. I mean, I don't know. I'm just throwing shit out there. Don't fucking. All right, we're not on Jeopardy over here, okay?
Yeah.
Anyway.
I don't know what it's called, but it's if you smell it, it
Yeah,
smells
yeah,
like just like root beer.
I did what I'm talking about. I have smelled it before, but I just don't know the name of the particular name of it. Okay, another question that I wanted to ask you was that was a good story like that. Your best Christmas and your worst Christmas. Just because we're getting over the holidays, I just thought it would be just kind of, or maybe like the funniest Christmas. You know what I mean? It doesn't necessarily have to be the best. You know what I mean? Like just something that's the most memorable.
That's I don't know. They're just usually this like stable. Like
Yeah.
my Christmas stories aren't too crazy. Yeah.
Nothing
Yeah. No, not too crazy.
like
Like,
nothing
they-
like
this
you
is-
getting the toy that you wanted and like fucking
Yeah, no, well, all right. I think when I was little, I wanted a Game Boy when we just moved to.
that's it, yeah.
We had just moved to the U.S. I was living in Mexico, and I had always wanted a Game Boy when I was little. And it's like year after year, I wanted a fucking Game Boy, and I didn't get it. So now we were in the U.S. My dad's making a little more money. We're living in the worst fucking street. My uncle's telling my mom not to ever tell people we live on Colfax. Have you heard of Colfax?
I haven't, but
It's the largest boulevard in the United States. You think, all those miles, you think there'd be some kind of business around this. There's always it's like a street known for prostitutes. The boulevard. known for
okay.
prostitution. But we lived in these apartments, and the school I went to was like right in front, and we had just moved. So we were living there. My uncle's like, just don't tell people. Just tell them you live in Aurora,
Don't
Like,
admit it, dude. Just be the fit.
and I wanted a fucking Game Boy, and then there's this like small ass apartment. I fucking find the Game Boy in the closet with some other toys,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna get the Game Boy for Christmas. I keep my chill, and I see what my brothers are gonna get.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I could play this one of two ways, because my cousin had just told me that before I moved out to the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
My cousin in Mexico told me like, El Niñito Dios, the baby God,
Mm-hmm.
he doesn't bring the presents, it's the parents.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, no way. He's like, in Mexico, it's not Santa Claus.
he fucked you up on like
It's
that
not-
doesn't exist.
Well, you can't say God doesn't exist, but
Yeah.
he doesn't bring the presents.
Oh,
you know?
okay.
I was like in second grade, so he wasn't an atheist or anything. He was like
Yeah.
he doesn't bring the presents, it's the parents.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
And I was like,
That's why you gotta be good to your family.
yeah, I was like, you crazy. And he's like, no, yes. He's like, listen. He's like, if you kind of like tell your parents what you want, there's a better chance of you getting what you want instead of like writing in a fucking paper that he's not gonna read.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this guy's smart. He was like the smart cousin. And yeah,
Very
he
savvy.
knew about dinosaurs. He's like 1 year older than me, so he was like much wiser.
Yeah.
He knew about dinosaurs and about like how to not get lost in a supermarket. And back to the U.S., I see it and I go, okay, I could like destroy their whole reality. That the Niñito Dios is not the one, that the fucking baby God isn't the one that brings the presents, because we don't do Santa Claus. We never did Santa Claus.
Yeah.
It was always baby God. Or I could do this other method, and I was like, I suggested to them what their present already was.
Okay.
So I was like, "Don't you want like a little toy ATV, like a little toy four wheeler, like a little one? Wouldn't that be cool?" And my brother's like, "Yes, that would be so cool." And my sister's like, "Don't you want like a coloring book and like dolls or something, like whatever it was?" And she's like, "Oh my god, yes!" She was like so excited about it, and that's what I did.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's good because that's like hook, line, and sinker.
I blue-pilled them.
Yeah, kind of baited them a little bit there. But that's good though. I mean, you got them all excited, all razzed up, but when they got it,
it was exactly that.
They're like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah, they found out later that I fucking did that, but for a while the illusion was there,
good.
so that was nice.
Good.
And this year, it was my first year ever going to like eat at a girlfriend's house. I had never been inside of a girlfriend's house, like her parents' house. Sorry, like in Mexico, all the girlfriends that I had were like good Catholic girls and everything. So it's like they wouldn't let us into the house. The boyfriend has to stay outside and talk by the rail.
Yeah, but I let him into my house. This guy over trying to pull that shit with me.
So it's like inviting, like eating at like in the movies
Yeah.
how they're eating dinner with the boyfriend. I was like, that's like American. I've never experienced that. Yeah. So, but I got to meet her dad. So that was cool. That was cool. I'm with her. I'm still seeing him.
Oh, yeah. Start talking again?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I mean, whatever. I don't want to put all your business out there, but that's cool. That's all right.
Shout out to Argentina.
Shout out to Argentina. Let's go to Nobili!
Messi.
Messi. Oh, man. Yeah, that's good shit, dude. That's good
But
shit.
it was cool. It was cool. Like, it was like an experience I've never had. Like Christmas dinner with the girlfriend's family at her parents. Like I had never. It's like that was for me. That was for the movies.
Yeah.
I never thought I was gonna experience that.
Yeah.
Growing up in Mexico,
Yeah, it's something else. Well, you know what? Same thing. Like growing up in the hood, I never really went to, girlfriend's house. To go eat with their family. You know what I mean?
It was similar. You never, or you did?
I know. I don't think I've probably been like invited to like barbecues and stuff like that.
I see.
But
Yeah, I'd be invited to like parties and stuff that they did, but like inside her house, oh no.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah,
she might as well be pregnant, Like,
oh shit. Who put that baby inside
there?
there?
Dude, like, she might as well start packing her bags and moving out with me, or something. By that point,
you're gonna have to hit the road with this guy and go to Switzerland. Fucking guys went all over the world. By the time it was 13,
all around the world, life is beautiful.
You know what I'm saying?
Like a white
shit,
dude. Life is beautiful.
Fucking red hot, dude. I saw those guys live, man. They put
Really?
on a fucking show. Fuck yeah, dude. They put on a
That's right, dude.
bad show, dude.
That's
And
right,
what happened was, it was like raining and like thunderstorm lightning, dude. And fucking, so every time Chad would like crash the drums,
The
dude,
fucking
and like
energy.
the same boom, you see the lightning just fucking pop up. And it looked like it was planned, dude. It looked so orchestrated beautifully together, like just.
Shout out to
playing.
Jews.
You heard this guy. He knows what he's talking about.
Let's get into it. Let's get into it.
There's enough a mug right there for fucking Rupert guy. I thought I was the one drinking that.
Fucking turn it up to 11 on this podcast, dude.
Let's fucking do it, dude.
Started, dude.
Let's fucking do it, man. Man, one of the.
Did I tell you I met a Jewish girl right before I met the Argentinian girl?
No. I met. You know what, to tell you the truth?
You're not gonna be. They're gonna take down this video.
Don't.
Just with the word.
All right, because we can say Jew, Jew people, fucking Jewish people. That's what they are. They're Jewish. Hebrew people. I mean, come on. You call them Mexican, shit. They're Mexican. Nothing offensive, I don't think. And you know what? Like I said, open platform, dude. Okay. This is all good right here. This is just open platform. Speak your mind.
Oh yeah.
What about this Jewish person that you met?
Oh, this Jewish girl was nuts, dude.
Nuts,
dude. Absolutely nuts.
Oh, we see all Jewish people are crazy.
Not just the majority.
That wasn't me. That was him.
Not all of them, just the majority. No, dude. She was she was attractive because she had like that like pearly limbs. You know what I mean? Like white limbs, like with tattoos. Like that's just.
Tattoos.
So, and blonde, I was like, Mexican. Me as a Mexican, I'm like, blonde girl, okay.
Yeah. Me as a Mexican.
and we just we like being attracted to the blonde girl.
The forbidden.
Yes.
Can I just
my
smell it?
ancestors
Can I smell
would be
your
so
hair?
proud of me if only
Right?
you know. Which I had a blonde girlfriend and she visited me in California.
Mm-hmm.
We went to SeaWorld and they would speak in English to her, which she doesn't know any English.
Yeah,
She's
no,
Mexican.
I've seen
And
them.
they'd speak in Spanish to me.
And you know,
Motherfucker, I know English, dude.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
That's what I'm saying. Like, you really don't have an accent or anything like that. Like, you come from Mexico. Like, you
Right.
fucking.
Well, I grew up. I did go to school like 2nd grade, 3rd grade, 4th grade, 5th grade in the U.S.
Oh, okay.
So a good chunk.
Yeah, yeah.
Of
So
the
yeah,
formative years, I did go, and I like English. So, but anyway, this Jewish girl, dude, Jewish girl. Like we get into the politics because they just love talking about.
Yeah,
politics.
I know. Hey.
I try to avoid politics, but like, what can I say? Like,
Yeah.
these people love politics. The majority of them are in
What are
Canada.
you gonna do? You know, hey, I'm not arguing.
And we get into it, and the subject of fucking North Korea comes up, and I'm like, oh, North Korea, like, damn, that's crazy. That's like a crazy situation. Like any person that you talk to about North Korea, like that's nuts, no? Like,
Yeah.
North Korea's like such a nuts thing. And she's like, no, that's all propaganda. I was like, get the fuck out of here. I was like, what?
What?
She's like, no, we're the North Korea. Like, they are all like. She was trying to like brainwash me into thinking that North Korea was amazing. They're having a party over there, and we're all here suffering, starving to death. I was like, you've been to North Korea? She's like, no. I was like, the country you've been in, and you're thinking that one's propaganda, but you've been to this. Oh, dude.
People die from like fucking heart failure and obesity and fucking high cholesterol because like all we do is fucking eat.
Yeah,
We're summer. We do nothing.
Yeah, Mark Norman has that. He's like, hey,
Yeah.
we're doing pretty good.
Oh yeah, okay. Well, I always notice that. I'm like,
Yeah.
what the fuck are you talking about, dude? Like the obesity rate, the fucking people dying from fucking like diabetes
Yeah.
and shit like that, and like like it's
Mexico
a lot. It's a lot. Like I mean, people are like, oh, and that's what fucks me up though too. They're like, oh, there's kids go to sleep hungry and shit. I'm like, tell fucking people to give them one of their meals, shit.
For real.
You know what I'm saying? Fuck that, goddamn. Like we're such a. But
And she's a teacher, dude. She teaches like 11-year-olds. This mind is allowed to influence other minds, too. I'm like,
That's the thing about teachers. They're in such high demand. You get your fucking ass in there, buddy. Get in there. Go show them something. Change the world.
For the fireman thing, one of the questions they ask you is there's 2 questions that I'd like to share about to be a fireman. One,
Talk about it.
are you afraid of fire? They'll ask you like, if you're afraid of fire. So it's like, which is a good question to ask. Like weed out the.
Yeah, I know.
Like, yes. You answer
I-
honestly. You're like yes. And you're like no, buddy, you're not gonna.
I mean,
I did have to ask my friend, like, should I answer honestly? Because, like, what if they're like, you should be afraid of fire. Fire's gonna burn you.
yeah,
It's
I'm
a tricky
cautious.
question.
I'm very cautious. I ain't gonna fucking. That's crazy, dude.
And the other one is,
That's wild.
have you seen any ghosts or spirits lately? That's another one they'll ask you to like.
So like
find out.
evaluate your mental or
Yeah,
what?
yeah.
Have you seen any ghosts or spirits lately, motherfucker?
Just the HPV.
Oh, okay. All right. That's the story of the girlfriend's past. Oh, god damn it.
I just heard HPV described as like the ghost of the ex
Yeah.
is haunting the vagina of the new,
The new girl. Forget what that bitch got.
Which explains like guys never have symptoms. It's like it's the pussy is haunted.
I just think the guys just fucking.
Tell me that the pussy is haunted.
I think guys are just like, well, she ain't seen that. I ain't seen that. They're fucking weirdos, you know what I mean? Like, nah, but take care of yourself, everybody out there.
No, according to the CDC, everybody by the year 2040 or something, everybody's gonna have HPV. Like, look this up. Look it up, Jamie. Everybody, according to the CDC,
Google.
everybody's gonna have HPV by the year 2040. Dude, I swear to God, what the fuck is up with the CDC?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Apparently,
my
everyone has microplastics in their fucking semen or something like that in their shit. On the real, like, I just heard like, oh, now all your semen and all the ladies, like everyone got some micro fucking plastics and everything. Like, I don't know.
Condoms, dude.
It could just be bullshit. Or isn't that latex?
Oh, it's latex.
Well, I mean the one.
You better wear that latex.
I mean, what? I don't.
You don't want that latex.
I don't really.
That ain't got latex. Me neither.
Yeah, I got my. I got a steady woman. My wife over here. You know what I'm saying?
Disclaimer.
I'm not.
Disclaimer.
Son of a bitch. See, this guy over here. He's getting me all sorts of trouble over here.
Disclaimer up here. Put it in text
Yeah,
up here.
watch. Wait and see, dude. Hey, I'm doing this. I'm not looking down. I'm not looking down. I'm not trying to stare at no dude's penis, man. I'm doing this. Eyes are all up, dude. Eyes are up here, man. Fucking
Towards
shit.
God.
Oh, man. Dude. Okay. I got one more, then we can fucking get out of here. I know we probably gotta go. I know we've been at it for a little while, but it's actually it's been good, and I appreciate
good
your
first
time,
podcast.
dude. Yeah,
Really good.
I think so. I really appreciate it. One of the last questions I wanted to ask you was, oh, shit, I had something written down, but how far do you plan on you taking this your comedy, your stand-up career? I mean, do you plan on
Yeah.
just fucking going all the way with it?
Yeah.
I mean, do you want to stay local? Because I think the way you write, I think you can go national and then international. Dude. I mean, you
That's a
just
good
keep
question.
going.
It's, yeah, something really good to expand on. Like career-wise, I'm not preoccupied with it becoming a career at the moment.
Mhm.
I'm just focused on like getting the skills and staying in the game and working. Like chop wood, carry water. Just write jokes, bring them to the stage. Write jokes, bring them to the stage.
Word.
That's really all I'm focused on for now, and probably for hopefully around 5 years. From other comics, like New York comics, have told me if I want to go to New York, go after the third year of just doing it in San Antonio. So
Mhm.
I might go to New York after 3 years or so, just to go for like a year to just try it out over there, see if I can nest there, like vibration.
Yeah.
If it's not the scene, I'm not gonna force it because like Ron Lynch, one of the coolest fucking people ever, he tried New York and it wasn't for him, and he still found success in voice acting, and he still does comedy all the time, and so I think what it's about is like finding like the place where you can nest the best, the coziest, where people can, because people are gonna want to find you at where you're most authentic, know where you like what you want it to do. So I feel like going in the career direction, like the Mark Norman, San Mario, Louis C.K. big direction,
Mhm.
that is for some people. I'm not necessarily pursuing that kind of stuff at the moment because I don't think it's my calling.
Yeah.
If I ever feel that it's like my turn to get on the big boy fucking roller coaster for a while,
Yeah.
I will, knowing that it's like temporary and going like, all right, fuck it, let's see how. I do want to be in orbit and meet all the comedians. I do want to meet.
That'll be special, man.
I want to
That'll
meet.
be something
I want to
nice.
meet them all, dude. I'm kind of pissed at Norm Macdonald for dying. Yeah, don't speak ill of the dead, but
Yeah.
I'm kind of whatever. It's cool.
Fucking Normie.
But I would have loved to meet him. Like that was one comedian that when I was like starting, just like nerding out about comedy being a potential pursuit when I was 20 and like too afraid to try it. That would push me. Like imagine meeting this guy one day. Like that's so cool. But in terms of like career, I do think like by the time I'm like 40 or 50, in my 40s or 50s, I want to have enough skill and mastery so that people can kind of like seek me out and go like, hey, help us with this project, or do you want to do a headline here, or open for this guy, whatever. Have enough work where that can pay for like living in Mexico or wherever the fuck I want to live, you know, and that's really it. Like having bills paid by comedy is like the metric for success and money wise. But
Totally agree.
But the goal is like helping other comedians become the comedian they want to become is the coolest thing because you're doing the same thing it's like an you're doing the same thing to yourself.
Yeah.
By helping another person, it's like you're doing it to yourself, like in a mirror. But you're just doing it out in the comedy club. So that's whenever I'm feeling like off in my game, I'm just like, let me go to a dojo and help another comedian, because then that's gonna come back to me. Yeah. Like literally, it doesn't even come back; it's happening in real time. You're helping yourself. So we learn by teaching.
Yeah,
so,
no doubt, and
but the international would be sick. Like
man. I'm just saying, like, I mean,
for the troops, for the Indians, for everybody.
If you just keep at it, man, I think you're gonna go place. I know you're doing well locally. You're doing okay. I mean, you're doing your thing. You know, I mean, your name is out there.
The 2 Rules for Success by Frank Zappa. He says it in this video. He's like,
Frank Zappi. I see. Get told I look like him back in the day, but now I
never stop doing it. And keep going, or something like that. You know? Like
keep fucking A.
Like he says like the same thing. Like never stop, just keep doing it. You know. Yeah. And I think he's right. Like keep fucking
Yeah, you know.
at it and just develop the skill. And I'm kind of hoping the whole world like just goes into like an apocalypse or something. Like,
Oh shit.
I'm kind of hoping like the banking system collapses and that we end up living in like little hobbit fucking huts and stuff, and that we have like comedy at like these little hobbit huts, and I just happen to learn how to do comedy, and that's like a very valuable hobbit skill.
Okay.
That's
all
what
right.
I'm banking on.
My man. Okay, he's getting there. He's getting there. You gotta love this cat, man. Great fucking hang, dude. I couldn't be happier to have you as my first guest, dude. I mean, you know what I mean? This guy right here, good money, dude, all the time. He was kind enough to talk to me when I was starting out and whatever. I mean, you know, not that I'm anywhere now, but it's just nice to know that people like this exist and that they're really good and they're really cool, and that, like he said, you know, he's trying to help other people out by, you know, helping them. I mean, he helps himself out by helping other people out, which is beautiful and it's a great thing. We need more people,
And
more
it comes back to you,
comics.
dude. Like, then other comics are now, because I started with that energy because like I was looking for answers, so I would ask comics, and like you'd have people like Hector told me something. Hank told me, he's like, just work on setup and punch right now. He's like, I know you don't want to hear it, but like just work on setup and punch. So I did my work on setup and punch, and then you learn more shit and you try to tell other people more shit, and the people that do appreciate it later, they come back to you with information that's for you.
Yeah.
Like Bill Williams, he's telling me, he's like about the comedian being the comedy character being like an anti-hero. So I go, oh, that's fucking useful. So now they're coming back to me with information, and we're all sharing information.
Yeah.
It's about learning and getting better, not about fucking getting to the top first. Or
Yeah, no,
bullshit.
and that's what I always thought. Like it isn't about the competition, man. What it is about
Cooperation.
cooperation, and you know, kind of like it's more of a like the setting is really when you're hanging around there and everyone's just vibing off each other and everyone's just kind of laughing and boom, boom.
Yeah.
You take what you have right here in this moment and you kind of take it on stage with you because you still got like the lappers of these other comedians coming on stage with you. You know what I mean? Then you take that energy and you just kind of push it out. So like now you're giving their laughs to the audience, and the audience are giving their laughs back. You know what I mean? It's kind of back and forth.
Totally.
I mean, I just, in a way, I always just thought like the connection is really really good to have, and it's good to have good comedians around you that not only support you but like want to see you do well. You know what I mean? Like hey man, like hey dude, you're doing your thing right now. Boom boom. Just keep working at it. Like that's good. It's good to have confidence, to have the confidence of your peers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I always thought that you're one of the first persons to do that. To me or for me or whatever.
Yeah.
So I always appreciated that, and I always thank you for that, man. I know you're a great writer, and you're gonna do well, man.
Thank you.
I know you are, man. But everybody, this is Omar Weems. I am your gracious host, Cesar W. Flores. This is from 210 to 440, and the first podcast is in the books. We love you. We'll see you later. Peace. Hell yeah.
Good shit, dude.
Oh, good shit, dude. Good shit.
Fuck you.
Good fucking shit. I think that went alright, dude.
Alright, let's stop recording here.
Yeah. Let me get this up right here.